Good morning. It's July 7th, and this is your daily brief in science. Here's everything you need to know. A new study from the University of Georgia ties adverse childhood experiences to higher depression and anxiety in adulthood, and shows how that can ripple into romantic relationships. The research, led by Annalisa Arroyo with Ted Futris among the co-authors, appears in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships. It finds that more childhood trauma is linked to loneliness, depression, and anxiety in adulthood, which can undermine affection, communication, and conflict management in couples. Importantly, the study emphasizes that improving everyday relationship behaviors and providing targeted therapy or education can mitigate some of these effects. Women with higher adverse childhood experiences reported more personal distress, partner distress, and lower relationship satisfaction, while men showed more self-directed impacts on their view of the relationship. The findings point to roots of relationship problems beyond surface conflicts and suggest pathways for healthier patterns through awareness, support, and trauma-informed interventions. Small, everyday actions that build trust and connection are highlighted as crucial. Without them, couples may struggle under stress or conflict. Interventions like couples therapy and relationship education can improve daily interaction patterns with added benefits from trauma-informed, individualized support. The takeaway is clear: strengthening daily relationship behaviors and access to targeted therapy can support relationship quality for those affected by early adversity. A 375-meter asteroid named Apophis will sweep by Earth in a close visible pass on April 13, 2029, skimming about 31,600 kilometers above the North Atlantic and visible under clear skies to billions around the world. This near-Earth encounter offers a rare chance to study gravitational effects on a fast-moving body as it whizzes past, with coordinated observations planned from space missions and ground-based telescopes. While the exact outcome of the flyby is uncertain, scientists say data collected during the event will yield valuable scientific insights regardless of how the encounter unfolds. Peak brightness is expected over Cameroon around 4:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, with closest approach at about 5:45 p.m. EDT, when Apophis will appear as a modest star moving across the sky. Observers will track Ramsay's development, Osiris Apex's trajectory and post-encounter rendezvous, and refined brightness and trajectory forecasts to determine exact sightlines. Ground and space-based observers, including Spain's Canary Islands, will monitor the flyby for surface changes or material exposure driven by gravitational effects. Decades of precise tracking have eliminated impact risk for 2029 and beyond, shifting the focus to scientific discoveries from the flyby. NASA and MIT scientists emphasize that this is the first predicted visibly passing asteroid in human history, underscoring safety, curiosity, and learning opportunities rather than danger. Apophis will be visible to the naked eye as a moving star-like point, brightening to roughly the level of a modest star and spanning the sky mainly from Europe, Africa, and Western Asia. Prime viewing could reach hundreds of millions to billions of people across Africa, Asia, Eastern South America, and parts of Europe, depending on weather and light pollution. 2 space missions are planned: NASA's Osiris Apex, arriving shortly after the flyby, and ESA's Ramses, observing the encounter and capturing early changes. The event falls on a Friday the 13th in 2029, highlighting both planetary defense readiness and public interest in real-time celestial events. A quiet alarm is sounding for long-distance migratory birds as spring arrives earlier due to warming trends, but their cues and local food peaks are no longer in sync. North American bird populations have declined over the past decades, elevating the urgency for conservation action and proactive wildlife management. Researchers warn that climate change effects will intensify in the near term, making landscape-scale planning and policy changes more important than ever. The core issue is a misalignment. Arrival times and peak food availability often do not match, reducing egg-laying and hatching success and impacting broader ecosystems. Mismatches between migration and timing of insect emergence and other food resources can ripple through pollination, seed dispersal, and insect control, with implications for human well-being through birdwatching and ecosystem services. Conservation efforts focus on preserving habitat, reducing threats such as pet-related risks and glass collisions, and enabling birds to adapt through coordinated planning. Mitigation strategies include keeping pets indoors, installing bird-friendly glass, and supporting wildlife managers to sustain and grow bird populations. Sciline collaborates to weave scientific evidence and expert perspectives into media coverage, helping the public understand the stakes and the actions that can help. Long-distance migrants face bigger challenges in tracking cues across wintering and breeding grounds, increasing the risk of misalignment with peak food availability as seasons shift. The story underscored that warming springs are advancing breeding timelines in the United States, disrupting migration and reproduction, and that the declines observed over 4 decades have ecological and human dimensions that demand concrete action. A new study ties maternal estrogen levels measured at 6 to 8 weeks of pregnancy to newborn head circumference at birth, using direct blood measurements rather than indirect indicators. Researchers collected maternal blood samples at 6 to 8 weeks, E1, T1, and 10 to 11 weeks, E2, T2, and recorded neonatal head circumference, length, and weight, then ran regression analyses showing E1 and male sex as positive predictors of head size. Unlike prior work that relied on digit ratios, this study emphasizes direct hormone measurements and finds higher prenatal estrogen associated with larger head circumference, particularly in male infants. The authors frame the findings within an evolutionary context, suggesting that brain growth may involve compensatory mechanisms tied to health and fertility costs across development, and situate this within the estrogenized ape hypothesis. The work appears in early human development, with accompanying materials and press coverage via Mirage News and linked sources. The Swansea University Medical University of Lodz collaboration investigates how early maternal hormones influence newborn head size, brain size, and potential future IQ by focusing on the first trimester. An evolutionary health trade-off is noted. Higher prenatal estrogen in males is associated with increased cardiovascular risk and lower sperm counts, indicating potential long-term costs alongside brain expansion. Experts emphasize that higher prenatal estrogen in male babies may relate to later heart problems and reduced sperm count, implying a trade-off where brain growth is balanced by possible fitness costs. A sweeping new map from the James Webb Space Telescope offers the largest view yet of the universe's cosmic web in unprecedented detail. This survey traces how galaxies formed from the universe's infancy about 13 billion years ago, and how they assemble within dark matter filaments, voids, and sheets. The cosmic web, the universe's largest known structure, includes gas filaments, galaxy clusters, and larger clusterings that form the scaffolding of cosmic organization. Experts say this detailed map is crucial for understanding galaxy formation and the evolution of the universe's architecture. The map captures how matter distributes across vast scales and over cosmic time, highlighting the relationship between galaxies and their dark matter environment. It positions JWST as a key tool for tracing the large-scale distribution of matter and the growth of cosmic structure over time. The new data improve our view of how galaxies populate filaments and clusters, and how they evolve within the surrounding dark matter framework. Researchers note that the survey helps connect the early stages of galaxy formation to the mature structures we observe today. The map also provides context for how voids and sheets contribute to the overall layout of matter in the universe. In practical terms, the results offer a more detailed roadmap for testing theories of cosmic evolution and the forces that shape the growth of structure across billions of years. This has been your Daily Brief in Science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates via email at www.brief.news. For more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.